Victoria, it is me and my creaky chair. Every time I get onto this freaking chair and I start doing readings, it sounds like SpongeBob and the squeaky boots. I feel like it knows when I'm working and it's out to get me. Anyway, so thank you so much for your patience and thank you for booking with me. Honestly, overbooking was the worst idea of my life, especially since I work a full-time job. So if you're wondering why this reading is so late, adulting. But yeah, so I feel like I always tell people, I always tell them I'm never late, I'm never early, I'm always on time. So I'm hoping that this reading will find you well and that it will find you on time. By the way, I got my nails done, so camera cards. Anyway. For someone that just came out of a 9-hour shift, I sure have lots and lots of energy. So I'm just going to hop right into your chart. So, Sun in Taurus, Moon in Leo, predominantly fire energy. Now, what I tell people when I see a lot of fire in their chart is, one, you either have been a leader in a past life. I've saw that you had specifically 2 placements in Aries and 2 placements in Taurus. So when I see those placements, there's a really well-known author by the name of Judy. Oh, you hear that? Good Lord. Anyway, there's a really well-known... Okay, squeakies. There's a really well-known author named Judy Hall. I really recommend this book if you're looking into like past life astrology and stuff. She's a really well-known astrologer. She has a line of these books. This is where I get 99.9% of my information. I don't just plop it out of my intuitive ass. It's where I get most of my information. And she has this one. It's called Patterns of the Past. And in Patterns of the Past, she says how when you have 2 or 3 planets clustered in the same sign, this is an indication of lessons that you need to learn from your past life. Now, I feel like your lessons center around more grounding and assertiveness, or using that assertiveness in a way that benefits you. I feel like maybe you come off very strong. You have a very strong sun sign. That's Taurus, the bull. That's strength. That's endurance. Tauranian. You got my drift. Tauranians, they're very, very hardworking people. They're very hardworking people. They know what they want. Yes, the horns come with the bull, but you know there's reward. It's seen as wealth. Taurus's bulls are seen as a sign of wealth, as a sign of status. Take the statue in New York. I don't know if New York is relevant to you or you are going to go to New York, but I feel like there is something for you there as well. I feel like, are you from New York? Is that it? I'm just gonna continue my ramble, but yeah, I feel like there might be something there for you that you might have to go physically feel that energy of like the bull that they have on there, or just to be around some of that energy. Ooh, my hands are lighting up. Ooh, that feels like it's for you, girl. So yeah, I feel like for you, your power will come, or claiming your power, through assertion and direction. Now, I always pick out crystals when I'm doing readings, because I feel like you probably need that energy, or there's a crystal out there that like is for you. You don't really need every single crystal. I tell people, like, if you got a clear quartz, like, that's all you need in your life. Clear quartz will replace your mama, will replace your boyfriend, and replace your insurance. Just show an officer a clear quartz. But don't do that. I feel like what tiger's eye. There we go. My brain is like, I've been at work for 9 hours. Tiger's eye is going to be a very beneficial stone for you to have, not only because it's like the stone of success, it's the stone of grounding, it's the stone of courage. I feel like for you to really, really ground your ideas into reality, you need something like that. I feel like you go through so many ideas throughout the day, but it's kind of hard for you to just pin one down and stick to it. I feel like there's a lot of fire energy. There's a lot of things that you want to do. I saw your chart. It's predominantly fire. That moon in Leo. Don't even get me started with moons and Leos. My daughter's a moon in Leo. But you come off very strong. I feel like you have a strong presence and you may come off very strong. Though you might be, I don't want to say quiet, that's not the word for it. It's just a very, like, a silent intensity. That's what I want to call it. That if you are not so outwardly extroverted, there's a silent intensity about you that naturally draws people in. I feel like you have the power to be a very good leader, but I feel like part of you becoming that good leader is just being able to ground yourself. And that's why I'm getting the bull, not just only because you are a sun in Taurus, but um, I feel like that blending in of your personality, sun in Taurus and moon in Leo, could very well complement what you need to do in your life. Now, I might have a little something for you at the end because I feel I normally do a spirit message, but I'm being called to do a little something else for you, which might explain why I'm doing this video now. So I also have for you selenite. Selenite, self-cleansing crystal, but it's also the crystal of like understanding your emotions or being more grounded and connected to them. I feel like with with fire signs, it could be easy to lose yourself in your emotions and kind of just disregard them once you've felt through them really quickly. And I feel like for you, you might need to process them. I feel like for you, you might be on a healing journey. You might be starting something new in your life. But part of that is coming to terms with your emotions and really understanding them rather than letting them go up in flames or just kind of not really living through them. I feel like that might be just one of your issues that I'm not even gonna call them issues, one of your opportunities to work on. Nobody got issues, we just all got opportunities and things that we need to work on ourselves. Ain't no issues around here. Okay, now I also have black obsidian. Now black obsidian is the crystal of protection. I feel like, I don't know what area you work in, but I feel like maybe there might be a lot of envy, a lot of competition, or just bad vibes. Like, it just feels like, I hate the word bad vibes, but it just feels like a very thick environment to work in. So I'm not even sure if this is more like work gossip or just like just all around competition and not a lot of friendly competition, if you get my drift. Now I always carry here the crystal kyanite. Now I have a little note written around it because I was trying to remember something. So like I'll put it in my ooh, oh, squeakies. I'll put it in my, this ain't gonna make me look chunky. I put it in under my pillow. I put it under my pillow just because it's great for past life recalls. And if you want to receive messages from your past lives, I always tell people like past lives are kind of like Avatar the Last Airbender, when he channels certain lifetimes when he has problems and issues. Now in this reading, one or more might come up depending on what you're going through in your life, but most of the time I get one very strong one, and there's a very like strong lesson behind it that you're probably going through now. Sometimes it takes about 1 or 2 months to, you know, come into fruition, or you start to see it early on and then it'll fully come into fruition. But I always tell people, be prepared because you'll probably have some wonky dreams once I start talking. So let me show you what oracle deck I have here. Excuse me, because I have a mess in this room. Yeah. Here it is. Wow, I put it in front of me and I couldn't even remember. So this is the Past Life Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue and Brian Weiss. They no longer make this bad boy, though I'm sure you can get a bootleg copy somewhere. But the original is $200. I bought this baby for like $20. I'm sure there's a bootleg somewhere if you really want it. I do recommend this one. I don't know many other companies that make past life reading decks, so I'm sure we can find one somewhere. So we're using that one. Now normally with the past life reading, I always ask like what lifetime most connects to any issues that you're having right now. Sorry, all these crystals are all over the place. And I use tarot to clarify anything that I don't immediately understand. I don't know if your life path number is 7, but I'm getting a strong 7. So you could have seen 777, or you might be a life path 7, which to me, 7 is the number of intuition. It's the number of wisdom. It's the number of teachers. The number of therapists too. But I'm getting a very strong 777 for you. So I feel like maybe this is something that you might be seeing. You're being called to not only use what you've learned, but continue to learn. I feel like it's the number of never-ending wisdom. So if that's your life path, you will be continuously learning throughout your life. They are very spiritual people. They're very wise people. I consider them the hermit in tarot because they're always going in to see what's going on. So, yeah. See, I start talking and then I'll stop. I continue. I ramble. The other deck that I'm using to clarify is Tarot of the Divine. I normally use my tried and true, which is my, what was it? My Deviant Tarot. But that baby's somewhere else. I don't know where they are. So I'm going to use these two in conjunction. But I'm also being called to use the Psychic Tarot, which I have not used in a long, long time. That baby. Ooh, I'm sorry. The continuous squeaking. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, this baby is... See, there's like a mountain of tarot cards over here, and then the continuous squeaking kind of like throws me off. So I'm going to use these three in conjunction. You're not a tarot reader, are you? Because the only time I've ever used three decks in conjunction is for other readers because their energy is just like, it's a lot. So I'm going to start off by using this one. Oh, how pretty that is. So, what life currently affects Victorious? Like, what past lifetime is currently affecting Victorious? Ooh, oh, I knew it, baby. Is currently affecting Victorious. Ooh, amused but not surprised. I'm gonna give it like one more shuffle. Man, there is some jumbo going on here. Ooh, okay. So I'll let you know what card fell at the bottom. Not only did I drop half my deck, but the card that was at the bottom was a very interesting card. This is the card that fell at the bottom. Now I'm getting more than one lifetime in this one. I'm getting two. One is very weak, but the other one is very, very predominant. I'm just gonna touch up on the weak one. When I say weak, I don't mean like that lifetime wasn't worth living. I mean it like you get some messages a little stronger than others, and right now what I'm getting is you have a very, very significant lifetime in Atlantis. I feel like you might be either highly attracted to water, or you might have a lot of dreams of being underwater, specifically a city underwater. Now Atlantis, I always tell people like Atlantis wasn't underwater, but it eventually did sink, and I always tell people it's like somewhere on the Asian coast. So I drew a map of it for somebody else. If you want to see, if you want to see one of my other readings for what was the name? I started with a B. Anyway, if you want to, I'll link that video below so you can see what I'm talking about. I map it out in the video. The video was for, I think, Quinn. Anyway, I will map you out where Atlantis was, and so you could see that video. But you have a very significant lifetime there. And remember what I was talking about, the number 7? 7 is the number of wisdom. Wisdom is here too. Now, for you, I have Unrequited Love. I'm pulling them out. I'm showing them to you as like I'm getting them. And Trust and Faith. But trust and faith feels like a lesson for both lifetimes, and I'm gonna get into like smaller lessons within them. But I want to go through the lifetime in Atlantis first, because I feel like you're a highly intuitive person, but your intuition does not come the way normal people's intuition comes from. I feel like you're better at reading the room. You're better at kind of noting people's body languages and kind of just reading what they're not telling you. That's what I'm getting. I feel like you are very much intuitive, though you might not be able to put it into words. I want to call it a gut feeling, but it's more of an intuitive knowing, if that makes sense. The other lifetime that I'm getting, I'm going to put this little card in the middle. I'm getting unrequited love. So for that, I feel like you could be chasing someone or someone could be chasing you. And this is just a product of these two lifetimes. I feel like maybe this is a karmic, or maybe this is somebody that you were in a toxic relationship with that was very much not the chaser. I feel like you were the chaser and he was the chasee, if that makes sense. I feel like I will get into deeper into this one because I start getting messages and I start fumbling all over the place, and that's another mess for another lifetime. So I feel like in this lifetime, I'm trying to piece out who this is because I'm getting an older lady, so I'm not sure if this is your mom, aunt, or grandma. But there's an older lady here that kind of mentors you. She might not even, she's older now, maybe in like her 50s and stuff, but she kind of nurtures this this knowing in you. This lady might come later in life because I have a therapist that I have a past life with, and this lady has been like everything to me. But there's a very nurturing aspect to this woman, and she feels very very kind of almost like your mama, but not really. But she feels like somebody that mentors you. I don't know if this is somebody you go to church with, but she feels very much in that area. It feels like you're a very young child. You're very young. I'm trying to piece together your features. Long brown hair, tan, could look more Middle Eastern than Asian, but that is very much what you look like. There is a scar on your knee. You fell up in between some rocks. I don't know if you like when you were younger, this scar, because sometimes we kind of like relive those scars a little bit, but there's a scar on your knee. You have a small animal. It's a cat, but I feel like now it's a dog. If that makes sense. It's a very funny acting dog. So I don't know if you've had dogs in this current lifetime, or you will have another dog. But wow, I'm getting a really weird sense of deja vu here. But this animal is going to always reincarnate with you. It feels like this animal kind of has a soul contract with you. I'm getting big, like a big dog, a very big dog. If you hear anybody in the back, that's my family. There's like 8 million people in this house, but it's a big fluffy dog. I'm getting Clifford for whatever. I don't know if you ever saw Clifford the Big Red Dog. So I don't know if like that's an indication of the dog, or the fact that its size is so large. Could even be a freaking a golden doodle. I'm just saying dog's name, but I'm getting a very large dog. And if this dog did not reincarnate with you in this current lifetime, then he is very much a, I don't want to say spirit animal, but he's an animal that watches over you. Because I feel like the souls are very intertwined. This kind of feels like he is, I don't want to say part of you, but very much part of the soul family. This dog kind of knows. And it's kind of like very similar to your gifts, like a very knowing sense, like very self-aware dog. It's very strange.
So right here I go on to dropping the camera as I'm talking, and I go on to drop, I've already dropped the camera like 3 times, so thank you for your patience.
I'm crazy in the comments or not, but this definitely feels like that. Now, you're a very little girl in this time, and this lady is very nurturing. I don't feel like she's your immediate mother here because I feel a nurturing energy, but I don't feel like she's immediately related to you. So this could be anyone that's like a little older than you, could even be a very, very close friend that nurtures you, and you just feel like that motherly, nurturing spirit from them. But I feel like this was somebody that you kept close. There is no, like, I don't feel like your parents were around that much. So this lady kind of took you on. That's what it is. She feels like a nanny, but yeah, she feels like a nanny. The woman feels big. She's very voluptuous, older. Like I said, 40s or 50s, but I feel like she could even be a very close friend to you now. I'm getting like this house, and there's like a specific room. I don't know if right now in your home currently there's like a specific room where you kind of hide away to. It's not your room, but there's like a specific room that you could currently hide away to, and I feel like the home that you live in is very very similar to the one where you used to live in this lifetime. Like I feel like maybe if you walk around your house you might get deja vu every now and then, like I've experienced this but you haven't, and that's kind of your mind kind of recollecting pieces of your life in Atlantis. Oh, like I was saying, back to this. But it's like you hide away here because you feel comfortable here, and it's not even your room. So you tend to hide away in this space and you feel very safe. It could be like, I feel like you're very connected to the ages of 7. What I say, of 7 or 9. So I don't know if those two are your past life or something something that could have triggered your spiritual awakening at that age happened, but this is a very important age for you. I would greatly suggest you do some like inner child work or try to connect with this child. This child feels, like I said, she feels very intuitive, very knowing, but there are no words for her to communicate this. This feels like before the fall of Atlantis. So if you have dreams of drowning, if you have vivid dreams of being underwater, you were a child during this time. I feel like this lady was kind of like trying to teach you certain things to own your gifts. So I'm trying to be it's kind of hard for me to sometimes piece together what I'm seeing, but this lady feels like she was nurturing your gifts. She was very much a mentor, but she was also a caretaker for you. She was trying to teach you how to piece together your gifts and trying to understand. I see some work around like she's trying to teach you, like, I don't want to call it kitchen witchcraft, but it's like folk magic witchcraft, or like folk magic, like how I do egg cleanses and stuff. That's kind of like Mexican folk magic. But it's more, it feels more like she's using like everyday things, like water, like trees, like, I don't know if you've ever seen tea leaf reading. It's something like that, but it's a little different. It's not exactly tea leaf reading what I'm seeing. It's like I'm seeing like a cup and I'm seeing patterns, and I'm seeing her turn the cup to show you patterns, and I feel like this is more nurturing to your gifts than reading tarot would be. So if you're thinking about starting to read tarot, by all means go ahead and do it, but I feel like you should start off with an off form of intuitive reading. I feel like you have a very strong intuition, and this is just going to help you channel it, and that's why I'm seeing this lifetime. I'm also getting trust and faith. I feel like you might live in your head too much when it comes to your gifts and stuff, And that's why I'm getting this child right now. I feel like this child did not question that. This child did not question what she was seeing. She just knew she was seeing this. There was no but, there was no if, there was no why. It was just, I'm seeing this and this is what it is. And I feel like that is very, very much your mentality right now. You were being trained. I see that this lady, oh, it's weird because as I'm talking, like stuff, I want to see the bad word, but stuff just kind of starts piecing together. I feel like this lady was kind of not only mentoring, caretaking you, but she was taking you on for something else. I feel like you will eventually take this lady's role. I feel like this lady is not just any lady. I feel like this lady is like, I don't want to call her a priest because that's not the name they had back here, but like that's what she's training you for. She's training you to take her place. This lady literally goes around. You're not into astrology, are you? Because I feel like she, oh man, here I go again. If you ever watch any of my other videos, I literally pull out a pencil and I start drawing. I am not the greatest at drawing, but I will show you what I'm seeing. So this lady, this is the worst pen ever. Lord, send me a pen. You know what? I can't find a pen. My makeup bag is here. We're using the Anastasia brow definer for this. Now, this lady, this is what I'm saying. This lady has a chart. It kind of looks like a birth chart, but it's not exactly the same. And it kind of looks like those old time clocks. But instead of clocks, this is gonna be the worst drawing ever, by the way. It's already looking shitty. Instead of clocks, it's kind of like the birth chart wheel. So imagine the birth chart wheel with all its houses. This was ghetto. Imagine the birth chart wheel with all its houses, and here it's a map of Atlantis. I wish I had a pencil. Imagine this is a map of Atlantis or a map of a country, but this is very much Atlantis, and these are like little cities. And where the little arrow points and stuff, and to what houses it's directed to, she goes and she knows that there's a child or someone in there that has certain gifts. It's very weird. I feel like you've dreamt of this. It's like a clock, but it's not a clock. It's almost like a compass. It's a compass, but it's a compass that's like, dang it. It's a compass that has like the charts. It has like the city chart, and then it has like all the little houses and all the little people. Atlantis is not a big place, by the way. It's a little smaller. I always tell people like it's smaller than Hawaii. And Hawaii's not that small, but it's smaller than Hawaii. And she kind of just like uses her gifts to like, to train the next her, because this is what she does. And it feels almost like an honor to have your child be chosen. It's really weird. But they have like a little console of oracles. I always tell people like, Atlantis was a really like weird and mystical place. I don't know if you're related to, if you like dolphins or anything like that, because the dolphins in the pictures are calling me out. Or it's more of like you getting in tune with your communication. This is going to be the longest video of life, by the way. And it feels like she's going to train you to do the same. It's like, what do I say? It's like a circle. They're trying to train people. They're trying to train people to take over their position so that it can keep moving. And it feels like, girl, if you are not like spiritually awake, you will be after this one. Prepare for some funky dreams. I haven't even skimmed the surface of this, but it feels like that's very much what they're preparing to do. They're preparing you to take over her position. And I feel like they were kind of doing this in a hurry because they knew this fall was coming, and they were trying to make sure that it was kind of like a continuing cycle in a sense. Now, oh ma'am. What did I say? I very rarely pick up this deck. Crown Chakra. That is your connection to your higher self. That is basically where you receive your intuitive information. The number 7. I wish you could see it. I stuck this card on my face. Oh my God. Lord. That's crazy. You know, I've been doing this for years, and every day I still get surprised. Oh. What? Oh my God, what did I say? Stand your ground. The card about grounding. It's the number 7. The card about grounding. The card about you leading in some form, shape, or form. I feel like your intuition is leading you in a certain direction, and then that's why it's in a certain direction. It's going to ask you to lead other people. That's going to ask you to really use your gifts. When I say use your gifts, I don't mean like you got to be a freaking a huge account on Twitter, or you got to be like the next Walter Mercado. You literally use your gifts in your everyday life to put you ahead. This could be in your business, this could be in your art, but really using those gifts to your advantage. And I feel like this is what it's telling you right now. It's saying, please use me. Like, I am here. Please use me. Oh my God, if I get another card, I'll die if I get another 7. Oh, what did I say? It's the number 7 again. Oh, I'm calling it a day. I'm calling it a day with my squeaky chair. Deception and envy. So what did I say about the workplace? What did I say about you protecting yourself? It's always a full circle moment. It's always a full circle moment here. Always, all the time. I might not even edit this video so you can see how freaked out I am. But it's always a full circle moment. Especially when I start pulling cards. And so yeah, whatever you're working on right now, there's going to be a lot of deception, a lot of envy. And I feel like using your intuition to your advantage to kind of stay away from this, or kind of just kind of rear yourself in a manner that that is like keeping you safe, is your best option. What did I say about the obsidian? Disruptions. Girl, what's 6 + 1? 7! Jesus, oh my God, this is gonna be the I'm freaking out. I'm laughing because I'm freaking out. I hope when you watch this video, you're like, this girl's crazy. I absolutely am, but I'm freaking out. Disruption. This feels like disruption of your everyday life. I haven't even touched the next lifetime, but this feels like a disruption in your everyday life, and that's why you're really being asked to use that crown chakra. Should I pull more? I don't know if I should. I'm kind of scared to pull more. But yeah, I want to see what type of lessons fall. If I get a 7 in here, I'm literally throwing this deck and I'm calling it a day, and I'm gonna go cry. Let's see. What were the lessons she needed to learn during this lifetime? Oh, Lord. Eight of Cups and 9 of Cups. So the 8 of Cups is about letting go. It's about paying attention to what you currently do have. And the 9 of Cups, it's about letting go and letting in. So I feel like, oops, trust and faith. What am I telling you? Man. So trust and faith. This is about letting go and letting in. I feel like right now, this is what you need to be doing. I feel like maybe you're holding on to old habits, old patterns. Maybe that's why you need to do some of that inner child healing I mentioned a little bit. Because for your manifestations to come in, you need to let go. You need to let go of all that old stuff. You need to let go of either old habits, old friends, old patterns. And I feel like this is why I'm getting that karmic relationship right now. And why I'm gonna try to take a short, but I'm gonna try to take a long, if that makes sense. That's why I'm getting that karmic relationship here. I feel like there's something better for you waiting out there, or there's something that you need to let go of because something better is coming in. I feel like there's something that you've wished for a long time, whether this is relationship wise or work wise, but there's something here that you've been wanting for a long time, and that's why this little girl is calling you over. She's saying, hey, you need to let go and let God. You see that? But no, for real. I feel like she's telling you to pay attention to your gut instinct. This is very much, children do not think twice before they do something, and I feel like this is telling you need to kind of connect to that child part of yourself so that you can make decisions more intuitively, but that you can be proud of. I feel like I got a little something else in here. If it's a 7, I'm freaking out. Is this what you want, ma'am? The Lovers. Now, the Lovers is really interesting to me because it's represented as Beauty and the Beast. I feel like whoever your next partner is going to be might not be the person that you immediately thought you would end up with. And I feel that. I feel like oh, by the way, the card at the bottom is the Tower. Oh, Page of Cups. Opportunity for love. 10 of Cups, the happy ending. You know what? I'm so upset right now. So I feel like I'm just gonna pull all these suckers out. I feel like you're holding on to something, a dead weight. You could, Judgment is down here too. You know what? I'm gonna stop. The Hermit. Good Lord. Good Lord. The Queen of Cups. Listen, I'm gonna stop pulling cards before I start freaking out. But yeah, the Two of Swords. You see, I feel like the person that you're currently stuck on or have been stuck on is someone that was short term and short lived, and you're kind of like in between right now. Like, it feels like there's something better for you waiting out there, and you're kind of just dwelling on the old when you should be letting go of this and looking at what you still have so that you could let in your actual manifestations. I feel like for you, you're going to have to go through the Tower moment before you're offered your opportunity for happiness. The 10 of Cups is represented by the little. Technically, it's the story of, it's not the Little Mermaid. I gotta tell you, it kind of looks like the Little Mermaid, but I'll tell you what story it is exactly. These are all based on stories, by the way. Really great deck. I recommend it. But I feel like for you to have this happy ending, you gotta kind of like realize what's holding you back. You kind of dig internally, like really dig in there. This is why I feel like that child healing is so important for you. I feel like right now you are not the Queen of Cups yet, but you will be the Queen of Cups. I feel like right now you're acting impulsively. You might be the reversed Queen of Wands or the Queen of Wands right now, but you're kind of acting impulsively and making decisions that you might question later. So I feel like right now using your intuition will really help you to make decisions that you can be proud of. I snap my nails, but that you can be proud of. Sorry, I freak out all the time. Now I want to get into this little karmic cycle over here that I was getting. I'm gonna leave trust and faith out here, but I want to know who this person is. Like, ma'am, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like you're a man in this lifetime. I already feel heavy male energy. You were maybe a sailor. I feel like a lot of your existence, even though you have a lot of fire and some earth energy, a lot of your existence has been around water. So I don't know if that's to contract. Oh, what did I say? Selenite. Selenite is a water crystal. I feel like maybe you are attracted to water a lot because it's that nurturing, intuitive, soft, emotional aspect, which sometimes your emotions can come out more fiery and more direct. And I feel like that's why you may be attracted to water a lot, or that's why I'm getting a lot of water right now, because you're probably just you're needing that. You need that nurturing. I actually have a huge selenite crystal over here. That baby, she was wiggling, so I know she wanted to be introduced. You're a male. This feels like England. I don't know if you've ever gone to England or it's somewhere you want to be in life, but this feels like England docks. It feels like you were a sailor in this lifetime, and it feels like this relationship does not feel good, honey. This relationship feels like you had a wife that is now male. You were a male in this lifetime. You're a little girl in this one, and you're a male in this one. It feels like you were a sailor in this lifetime, and it feels like you married this person because you did love them, but then you realized that they weren't the person that you married. This person feels very, I don't want to say two-faced, but they feel like they have, like, they switch over personalities. This might have been a Gemini. It feels like it could have been a Gemini. I want to say a Gemini, but it could be an Aquarius as well. This person feels like they kind of like switched over personalities on you while you were dating them, and you didn't want to see that. You wanted to see the person that you wanted to be with, that you fell in love with, but it just feels like this person just wasn't who they were saying they were, and there was a lot of deception here. And I feel like maybe you were questioning a little bit like where you were going with relationships, and you were kind of mourning this relationship for a while. And I feel like they could never return your feelings because they didn't know how they felt. And I feel like that's why it's really, really important for you to kind of like get into that nurturing aspect of yourself, because it's very important that you're centering yourself around your feelings. And it feels like they kind of left you before you could leave them. It feels like you had faith in this relationship and it kind of just broke you down. Like it kind of just killed any hope that you had. It feels like in this lifetime they kind of just packed up their stuff and left while you were away. So I feel like whoever this person was maybe wasn't very direct when the relationship ended. They could have just sent you a message or they could have just ghosted. But they were not very direct with you to begin with. Let me see what these cards are over here. No wonder this deck was calling me. Like I was like bending over trying to look for something. This deck kept calling my name and I was like, what? Because I never ever use the Love Oracle. It's this, what is it, the Sometime Wellness? Yeah, I never use it. This would be the longest reading, ma'am. Oh, if it's another 7, I'm freaking out. Spiritual union, ma'am. That's that man that's coming in. If he ain't already in here, if he ain't already there, he coming. They coming. I don't know your preferences, but they coming. Fertility, ma'am. You got a couple 3s in here. Have you been seeing 333? Oh man, this one had a lot to say. Oof, girl, that's spiritual union. That's solar chakra, all these 3s. When I see a lot of 3s, I always think of the 3 of Cups, which is somebody that you might know or somebody that's around you already. And when I see the solar plexus, I definitely, that's like a recognition. That's like a soul recognition. If you ever feel your root chakra tingle when you're around somebody, you run. The reason I tell people that is because the root chakra is considered like the past life remembrance chakra. And also like the toxic relationship chakra. So, in one of Judy Hall's books, she describes intense sexual attraction to someone as a sign that you, 1, had a past life with them, or 2, they were just not good for you. Like if that's all you could think of. Now if you're sacral and you're both act up, we'll consider that union. But if it's just your root chakra just freaking calling it off, and I don't know what to tell you. Fertility. Now fertility I could see in 1 or 2 ways. You could either be getting pregnant soon, be careful, or it's just a birth of something new within your life. When I see authority, number 4, I feel like this is you kind of building authority within your life, not really somebody, you know, really somebody coming in. And what I said, building authority in your life, financial and material changes. I feel like this is the path that you're going on right now in your life, that you're making room for things that you actually need. That's those manifestations coming in. Let me put a little more tarot out. This is gonna be the longest thing. You know, I've done some long readings, but this one might take the cake. Oh shit. This is a great deck, by the way. I really like it. 6 of Cups. That's like the childhood card. That's not only childhood, but it's also like the remembrance card. Ace of Coins. And then the 2 of Coins. What did I talk about? Like financial and material changes. They're coming, honey. I feel like if you've been worrying about that. Oh, the 2 of Swords again. 2 of Wands, I'm sorry. The 2 of Wands again. So I feel like you're going to be building something long-term for yourself. Part of that is coming into terms with certain things that might have happened in your childhood. Like if your parents have always struggled with money has always been an issue, you're gonna have to outgrow those. Oh, what is the card under here, ma'am? Patience and planning. It is the number 7, ma'am. The number 7 is all around you right now. It's balancing your finances and your home life. It's reconnecting to your inner child, because I feel like there's something broken there within your childhood, or something that needs to be addressed for you to come into this wealth. So it's either your parents had money issues, or you're afraid of money, or something regarding your stability and your money. But you have to get that handled for those manifestations to come in. You have to get that. You have to let go of that old and bring in the new. And I feel like the challenge is getting over the 8 of Cups to get to the 9 of Cups. That's always the challenge for you. So I feel like that is it. Oh, man. I told you it's gonna be one long video. Like, I have done a lot of rambling today. Oh Lord. Oh, before I start that, I'm gonna tell you what lessons are most important to you. It's grounding your ideas into reality. That's one. It's making sure that you kind of embrace that inner child of yours and let it roam free so that it can give you that big part of your intuition. It's stabilizing yourself. It's material and changes that are coming to you. I feel like once you connect to that child energy or you try to envision her, she will show up to help you. You can always connect to these lifetimes. The sailor in himself, he feels very Page of Cups. He feels very new to these emotional like understandings. I feel like this person was the only person he was in this lifetime, and he spent most of his life on water in the seas. So if you're afraid of drowning or you love the water, this is why. He's very young. He also has brown hair, but he's more on the fairer side. He's about 5'7". I'm not sure. I'll tell you what I'm seeing once it comes to me, because sometimes I just kind of get it in bits and pieces. So sometimes if you've ever felt like really uncomfortable in your body, or sometimes you wake up and you're like, who the frick is this person? It's because your soul is like, I've switched around so many times, I don't know who I am anymore. And mine does that too. Some days I wake up and I was like, who is this person? So what I'm pulling for you right now is the Life Purpose deck from Doreen Virtue. Everybody poops on her because you know what she did, but her decks are good. So fear not. Oh, ma'am. This is the Life Purpose deck, by the way. I think they still make these. I'm not really sure. And all my cards just called it quits. Life Purpose deck. Wow. You're not in law, are you? It's so weird. I'm going to show you. It's also Libra season, so I don't know if that's what I'm getting right now. Right. I feel like this is... Ooh, there was another card under here. Oh man, this is very, very interesting. Remember what I said about this person mentoring you so you could take over? I feel like that's very indicative. So I got talk to your angels. I feel like your guides have a message for you. It says, instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. Wow. So if you've been worrying, I think it's time to really reconnect with those spirits. Now, teaching. You inspire people to learn. But I also have the Justice card here. So it says your career brings fairness and protection. So whatever you're going to be doing is going to be around the area of justice. I'm not sure if this is more law or this is more of coming into terms, helping people come to terms with themselves. I feel like that's part of your career path. And animals. Remember what I said about that dog spirit following you? They were once a cat, but now they're a dog. It could also be a sign of the loyalty and devotion to people and to healing, because dogs are very, if you didn't know, dogs are fire sign. Dogs are considered fire sign, cats are considered water signs in witchcraft and stuff, but they're also very healing animals. Remember, animals have their own they have like what are they called, emotional support animals. And I feel like this dog guide, in a sense, is trying to tell you something. So meditate on a dog before you go to sleep. Think of this big fluffy dog. I'm getting Clifford the Big Red Dog, but instead of like the red, it's like big flop ears, black and brown dog. So I'm not sure who I'm getting here. And it says you understand animals and communicate intuitively with them. Trust your guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. So I feel like animals are always going to be around you. They've always been around me. I've been a huge cat and dog person all my life, but I also love any fuzzy creature. So I feel like just connecting to this animal that I'm seeing will help you a lot. Now, I hope this video does not take forever to upload to YouTube, because it's almost an hour long, and I hope I am entertaining enough to watch for an hour. But if anything, just please email me, please DM me, whatever you need, just let me know. Now I'm going to pick up the mess that I just dropped. Thank you so much, Victoria. I hope to hear from you soon.